The blue light of a phone screen cuts through the dark bedroom as a young mother stares at a bank account that is almost empty again. It is 3 in the morning and a quiet panic sets in because she followed all the right steps. Yet the math simply does not add up. She works hard, she tracks every penny, but the money still drains away into the shadows before the month is even half over. This is not a story of bad choices, but the chilling reality of a financial trap that catches millions of people who are just trying to survive. She built her entire life around the famous 50-30-20 budgeting rule, trusting it would keep her safe. But instead of providing a clear path forward, this trusted advice has often become a heavy chain, pulling people underwater while they wonder what they did wrong. To understand this trap, we have to look back at the origins of what is now a financial ghost story. The idea was born in a very different world, created by Elizabeth Warren in her 2005 book called All You're Worth. Back then, the economy looked different, things cost less, and the idea of splitting up a paycheck felt like a real, solid plan that anyone could follow. The promise of this rule was beautiful and simple. You put 50% of your income toward the things you need, 30% toward the things you want, and 20% toward savings or paying off debt. It sounded perfect on paper, offering a clean map to a safe future, but today that map leads people straight to a dead end. The illusion shatters the moment a normal person tries to fill that first bucket, the 50% meant for basic needs. Taking a critical, reality based look at a modern paycheck reveals a shocking truth about how impossible this has become. People sit down at their kitchen tables, calculators in hand, and watch in horror as their rent, food, and heat refuse to fit into just half of what they earn. The failure is immediate and brutal. Those fixed costs do not care about a neat little percentage on a piece of paper. They demand to be paid, and they easily spill over the edges of that 50% bucket, washing away the rest of the budget before a single want or saving goal can even be imagined. The biggest and most silent monster in this nightmare is modern rent. The housing market has turned into a quiet beast that waits in the shadows, ready to eat the largest chunk of a worker's income the second it hits their bank account. Finding a safe place to sleep has become a luxury that completely breaks the old math. In many cities and towns, rent alone now takes 40 to 50% of what people bring home. There is a profound, heavy dread that washes over a person when they realize that half their money is gone on the very first day of the month. The entire needs bucket is swallowed whole by just one bill, leaving nothing behind for anything else. Then comes the step-by-step drain of simply trying to eat. Walking through a modern grocery store feels like moving through a minefield where the cost of basic survival items has quietly doubled while no one was looking. A carton of eggs, a loaf of bread, and a gallon of milk now pull massive amounts of cash from wallets that are already stretched too thin. Adding these heavy, unavoidable grocery bills to the already massive rent completely destroys the 50% limit. Shoppers watch the total climb at the register, feeling a cold sweat on the back of their necks as they swipe their debit cards. The rule is already broken, the money is gone, and the month has barely even started. When the money needed to stay alive eats up everything, the 30% meant for wants simply vanishes. There is a deep, heavy guilt that settles in the chest of anyone trying to follow this famous rule. The idea of buying a single cup of coffee or a cheap new shirt suddenly feels like a crime. People look at their bank accounts and realize that simple joy is no longer allowed. Every small treat becomes a source of fear, replacing happiness with a chilling sense of dread. This creates a dark emotional toll that the math never mentions. A person works 40 hours a week, yet they are told they cannot spend a single dime on themselves. The budgeting advice they trusted has turned into a prison. They sit in the quiet of their home, feeling punished for simply wanting to live a normal life. The 30% bucket is completely empty, and the human spirit breaks right along with it. Then comes the final piece of the puzzle. The 20% meant for savings and paying off debt is always the first thing to die in the shadows. When the fixed costs of rent and food overflow, there is nowhere else to pull the money from. The future is quietly sacrificed just to survive the present week. It is a dark trade made out of pure desperation, happening in millions of homes every single month. If we take a critical, reality based look at this system, the flaw is obvious. You cannot save money that no longer exists. The emergency fund never grows, and the old debts never shrink. The 20% bucket becomes a ghost, haunting the person who just wanted to build a safe life. The promise of a secure future is replaced by the cold truth of living from one paycheck to the very next. This failure leads to a grim and terrifying consequence. When the 50% bucket overflows and there are no savings to catch the fall, people are pushed to the edge. They are forced to turn to credit cards just to buy food or keep the lights on. It is a silent trap closing around them in the dark. The plastic card becomes a lifeline that slowly pulls them deep under the water. The math of the plan completely ignores this trap. Once a person relies on borrowed money to survive, the interest rates lock them in a cage. The debt grows like a shadow on the wall, getting larger and darker every single day. The plan that was supposed to save them has actually pushed them into a deep financial hole. They are now trapped in a cycle that feels entirely impossible to escape. Perhaps the most unsettling part of this deception is the heavy burden of shame. When the numbers do not work, society does not blame the outdated math. Instead, it points a harsh finger straight at the victim. People are told they are just bad with money or that they lack self control. This creates a chilling sense of failure that slowly eats away at their self worth. They carry this secret shame everywhere they go. They hide their struggles from friends and family, believing the lie that they are the only ones failing. The advice created by Elizabeth Warren was meant to help, but for many it has become a tool for cruel self punishment. The real crime is not their spending habits. The real crime is that they were given a map that leads straight off a cliff. To understand why the map fails, we must look at the physical world where people actually live. The rule acts like everyone resides in a cheap, forgotten ghost town. But the stark, cold truth is found in the busy cities where the jobs actually are. In these places, the cost of a tiny, run-down apartment is shockingly high. The streets are lined with buildings that demand nearly all of a worker's pay. These concrete jungles completely mock the 50% limit. A person can work a good job, walk past towering glass offices, and still go home to a place they can barely afford. The rent eats the money before the sun even sets. The environment itself is hostile to the math, turning a simple budget into a daily fight for survival against the city that never stops taking. Look at the math from 2005. When Elizabeth Warren wrote about this famous budgeting rule in her book, All Your Worth, the numbers made sense. A worker could fit their life into neat boxes, but then the cost of living shot up like a rocket. Rent and food prices climbed higher every single year. While prices exploded, paychecks barely crept forward like a tired snail. The money required just to breathe doubled. The mathematical proof is in the bank statements of ordinary people. The chilling revelation is that the rule did not just break, the entire economic world warped around it. The definition of a basic human need has mutated into a monster. In the past, a fixed cost was just a roof and food. Today, high speed internet and a mobile phone are not fun wants. They are strict requirements to get a job and survive in society. These mandatory costs sneak right into that 50% bucket, piling on top of massive rent bills. The rule assumes you can cut back on these things, but you cannot unplug your internet when work requires it. The system forces these new expenses onto you, breaking the limit immediately. This rigid math creates a terrifying free fall for millions of gig workers. The famous rule assumes a steady, safe paycheck that arrives like clockwork. It relies on a predictable flow of money that simply does not exist today. Fixed percentages become a dangerous trap when income changes wildly. Applying strict, unchanging rules to shifting money leaves workers in the dark. One month, 50% of their pay covers rent. The next month, it might not even buy groceries. These workers are forced into a free fall, punished by a system that ignores how modern work actually functions. This is the ultimate betrayal of a comforting lie. The 50-30-20 rule is kept alive to make a broken system look normal. It is repeated to give the illusion of control, but holding on to this impossible standard creates a profound unease in those trying to follow it. If we admit the rule is impossible, we must admit the cost of living is completely out of control. The betrayal cuts deep because the rule blames the individual for failing a rigged test. Realizing this truth forces people to face the reality that working hard is no longer enough. Survival requires the gritty work of abandoning the illusion. It means throwing the famous rule into the fire. True clarity comes from taking a critical, reality based look at your own harsh numbers. You must build a custom plan based on what keeps you safe today, ignoring the fantasy ratios from a book. The long term consequence is a complete shift in how a generation manages money. Communities are rejecting traditional advice, turning instead to flexible survival budgets. The cultural trust in institutional financial rules has shattered. People are building new systems, accepting that the old math will never protect them again. The lasting result of this broken math is a quiet change inside the world of money advice. The old rigid buckets are slowly being erased from new guidebooks. Experts now teach real world math instead of strict percentages. This is a deep cultural shift, an open admission that the old way of organizing money is dead. In homes across the country, the human aftermath is visible right on the kitchen table. Stacks of bills sit next to blank sheets of paper wiped clean of the old formulas. Families are no longer trying to force their heavy rent into a tiny, impossible box. The space in these rooms feels different now. The air is heavy with truth, but completely free from the deep shame of failing a famous test. People are looking at their actual fixed costs with clear eyes, seeing the raw, unpolished numbers of their daily survival. This shockwave goes all the way back to the year 2005 when Elizabeth Warren first wrote All Your Worth. Taking a critical, reality based look at her famous budgeting rule reveals a completely changed world. The strict 50-30-20 split was built for an economy that simply no longer exists. The most powerful image left behind is a single torn page from a planner. The neat printed lines of the old rule are heavily crossed out with dark ink. In the empty space below, a new honest number is written by hand, marking the quiet end of an impossible lie.